Hello, do you know what a bumpy cake is? Yeah, that's what it is. See that? Or Boston's reflection by the door? That is a chocolate bumpy cake with the actual speed bumps of buttercream that are held together with a chocolate fudge ganache. That sounds amazing. I think that's what I love about the world of food. You guys have sent me this one in. I always get recipe requests and suggestions and things I didn't even know were real. I thought this was generally a prank. It doesn't sound like a cake. Well, it sort of sounds like a dance move. Yeah, well, let's do the bumpy cake. So let's get going. We're gonna do the base of the cake first. There's a few ingredients to the side here, but I just want to show you, this is some coffee. I've just got 150 mils of hot water. Whenever I make a coffee with instant coffee on camera, people are like, oh my gosh, that's the worst coffee I've ever seen. And you have to remember, before I met Mrs. B, I couldn't stand it. It's only through like waking up and in the mornings we both have a coffee, I've kind of like weaned myself onto this weird addiction of instant coffee. I appreciate good stuff, but trust me, when we've had builders here and they want coffees every 5 minutes, you end up using the cheapest instant that you can. So this is where it suddenly gets quite interesting straight away. It's a chocolate cake base, so we've got cocoa powder there with our coffee to kind of mocha this up straight away. So the cake is gonna be mocha, but I believe the coffee is optional. So like I say, if it was years ago and I made this before I met Mrs. B, although she is half the reason I created this channel, because if you remember, I poached an egg the very first video I did. It was because I felt useless. You know, I didn't know how to cook at all, so poaching an egg rather than writing a blog post, putting on a YouTube video and keep going is turned out into quite a crazy journey. So whether you've been here from the start or only just joined, thank you so much. Already we're off to an amazing start. My favourite type of cake is one where it's kind of like moist, and I find that when you make ones with oil, and also this is some buttermilk, helps make a super moist sponge. So we're in a good place right now, folks. I think this is going to be incredible. Oh, that's the cocoa powder. That is disgusting. How are you going to take that? Wow. Okay, we need to sweeten that up in a minute. Oh. Well, maybe in the words of D. Ream, things can only get better. Some salt and some bicarbonate of soda. I'm not going to taste it with that added in. So this is a load of sugar and some plain flour. I can't be bothered to sieve it, to be honest, sorry. And I'm just going to fold this through. We could use an electric whisk, but I don't know what it is. Since doing that first step, the spatula's kind of been with us and it feels like it's part of this journey now. I'm really hoping this is going to be an incredible sponge cake base for it. Oh no, I've just been looking and I need like a rectangular pan, and I'm thinking it's going to rise quite a bit with obviously the eggs and the bicarb and just from baking naturally. And this is, you know, this is the right size, but it's very low. So I think I have to make my one square. If it fails, you guys can make yours look amazing and I'll be jealous. It should taste the same though. That is my problem and not yours. In fact, I've got a feeling that mine might be a little bit higher than yours now, because obviously slightly smaller pan, but square. And this isn't just a case of baking a cake and, you know, putting some bumps on it. You know, we've got to work a little hard at piping a little bit later on, okay? This is the nice start. Well, there we go. Good luck, my friend. So I'll let you into a little secret. I was supposed to add vanilla extract into that cake sponge, but I couldn't get the lid off. But for the buttercream, I really need it. I'm resulting now into some pliers, and I'm hoping... Oh, there we go. That was easy. Oh no, now it's stuck again. Oh, okay, we're good. It's probably angry from when I drunk it recently. Don't do that. It smells amazing, and the skewer, yeah, did come out clean. So gonna let this cool to room temperature before we crack on. So our cake has cooled down, but we want it to really cool down, and it just about fits in my freezer. Perfect. So now it's having a proper cool down, we can get that buttercream going. All right, so we've got head whisk, and we're just gonna concentrate on the butter and a little bit of salt first to get it nice and fluffy. Right, so now in goes the icing sugar. I'm also gonna pour the vanilla on now just to try and absorb some of that. And if I sneeze right now, that would go absolutely everywhere. Splash of milk as well. Okay, speed's right down to 1, let's try it. Ah, brilliant. That was really not quite nice for a change to not explode everywhere. Now that's gonna get transferred to a piping bag. Yeah, we're gonna pipe it with one with a big old fat nozzle so we can get those bumps. I do love the irony, I think I mentioned this before, about how you make buttercream, you have a cake, you're like, oh, I love that buttercream. But when you really think about it, like we saw there, it is basically, you're just eating butter. It's that thing though, isn't it? All bad things, like, generally taste quite nice. Right, here we go then. This is out of the freezer, and I'm going to pipe some lines. Nice, big, fat, steady lines along the cake. And anyone that knows how well I pipe, that's possibly world class for me. I don't know, that is tempting to do another one there. No, I'm gonna leave it. Right, back in the freezer. So one thing we have got with this recipe is a little bit of time whilst it bakes, waiting for it to cool down, and again, chilling with the buttercream stages and of course the fudge now. And the only thing I've actually managed to find out so far though, is that this recipe was created in the early 1900s, and it actually might have originated from Detroit. For some reason I thought it originated from Greece, and it says that's also where the ice cream float was invented. So when we look at that image again, yeah, I can see where they maybe got inspiration from. I don't know. I mean, I just saw a chocolate cake with like coffee sponge, buttercream and chocolate fudge. I mean, it's all good, right? But if anyone knows any more info, do let me know. I'd like to find out, it'd be cool. Let's make the fudge sauce. That is not fudge sauce, that is some treacle. There's some salt, butter, some buttercream that I've just managed to pour all over the counter. Yeah, I'll sort that out in a minute, but there we go. That's all getting warmed up. So we're just stirring this round. Obviously the buttermilk's already started to absorb some of that cocoa powder. This feels really counterintuitive because we're warming it up. I mean, obviously this cake's all about being cold. So now it's bubbling at this point, we can put it off the heat and then start to add in the icing sugar. Let that all absorb in there. And look at that, before our eyes, it's all dissolving. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. There's just a couple of lumps in there, so just to get it nice and smooth, I'm passing it through the sieve. Yeah, that's actually quite fun. So what I'm going to do is actually pour some between the grooves at first. Feels like I'm pouring over a load of bananas. It might be a bit overkill, but I'm not going to pour it in one go just in case it moves these. So I'm going to get it in the fridge right away because that is still slightly warm, as I say. And also, I think I want to make more ganache. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. This first layer has actually firmed up really well. So whereas this is still slightly warmer, it should bite to it. And we're getting a much bigger pour on there now. Just to kind of level it off effectively. Oh wow. This does not take long to chill. So back in the fridge for it to firm up, we'll slice away to reveal our bumps. Do you know what this is?
Well, it looks like a pretty epic chocolate cake to me.
It is. Let's slice it and find out. Oh my gosh, there we go, look at that. Let's just cut this right down through and you might see some magic. I generally don't know. Let's have a little look. Oh,
wow.
That is a bump cake.
That looks really cool. Can I taste it now?
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
It does look cool.
There's just ganache everywhere. Oh no, it's sticking. Oh no! This is actually really, really fun just to take slices out. Oh my gosh, look! Oh, that's amazing! It's quite cold actually, it's like a gâteau. I've got like 3 massive wedges here. Slicing cake has never been so much fun. Oh, you beautiful thing. This is actually slightly mockered sponge.
Ooh.
Buttercream bumps. And that is a chocolate ganache.
I don't know where to cut.
Oh wow, you could get the whole lot in one bit. Look at that.
Oh wow, you can really taste the coffee. Mmm. That's really nice.
I wasn't expecting that to be as intense coffee-wise.
Oh, that's good.
I mentioned it was like a gâteau a moment ago. And the sponge really does have that with it being cold and chilled, and it's got the buttermilk, that sort of texture that you get with that, and the oily cake.
Oh, I love it.
That's so good. It is really rich. I mean, that is a mega slice that I just did there. But I wanted to show like the rows of the bumps. I guess you would normally have like one bump or two, like how you have your tea.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah? You know it's good when Mrs. B doesn't talk back and just eats. Any final words?
It looks nice, but it tastes even nicer.
Yeah. It looks a bit odd, but it does taste phenomenal. Well, if any of you guys do know the history of the bump cake, do let me know down below. I'd love to know a bit more about it. Thanks to the names on the screen right now for supporting me on Patreon. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you wish to for regular videos, and see you next time. Cheers.